Oh man, it's FOMC day. Today is the day we get the next interest rate hike announced. What impact will this have on Bitcoin? What impact will this have on the wider crypto market? I'm going to give you the breakdown of exactly what we are expecting later on today from Jerome Powell's decision and from the press conference. So make sure you hit on the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, these videos are brought to you by BitGet and BYBIT. Links in the description. Right, super exciting today. We've got the FOMC meeting at 2 p.m. Eastern time today. Really looking forward to the update from the Fed. We get the interest rate decision first, and then after that, 30 minutes later, we get the press conference, which is going to be really, really important from Jerome Powell. In this video, we're going to break down exactly what to expect. But first, in the lead up, what is the health of the market right now? Well, Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 28, notched down a little bit from the last couple of days when we were sitting as high as 31. We can see the pre-market, the market is actually green, 0.5 here on the Dow, 0.91 on the S&P, and 1.43 on the Nasdaq futures. This is down to a few different things, okay? Now, what was interesting was Microsoft and Google both missed earnings yesterday, but the market is taking it as a positive. I mean, there were some good things they said in terms of their outlook for the next quarter, and also Google's search results were good. But it also, in my opinion, is just showing a wider, broader optimism from the market that they just don't want to take any more red. Normally, if you had even a slight miss, you were tanking down on that stock and on the wider indices. But it seems like the market is saying, hang on a second, are we here at the bottom right now? Plus, we do not think Jerome Powell has what it takes to rug pull us with a full 100 basis points. So in essence, what we're seeing right now is the market saying, hang on a second, you're not going to do a full basis points. We're going to stay green. Now, very, very important. This is a volatile day. This can change and will change in the lead up to the decision, okay? So expect this to fluctuate. Bunch of traders play around this time. So be very, very careful in the market. Now, not to forget, we have a few other major earnings today. Before the open, we're going to get Shopify and Boeing very shortly. And then after the close, which will be after the FOMC stuff, you will get Facebook and Ford, okay? So you're going to get Meta and Ford. Tomorrow, we're going to get Pfizer, MasterCard, which is really important. Expecting MasterCard to deliver big numbers after Visa significantly beat yesterday. Then you get Apple, Amazon, Intel, Roku. Big finish tomorrow on a Thursday. So huge week. And the culmination really is this FOMC meeting just hours away now. We will be live streaming it here, guys. So make sure you smash up the like button. Make sure you got your notifications on. You're in the Discord and the Telegram. I'm going to put the links on all three of those platforms so you don't miss it, because sometimes YouTube doesn't send the notifications on time, okay? So make sure you're set up on the right platforms. Now, what has the market got priced in? 75% of the market going into this meeting has priced in a 75 basis point rate hike, which will take you to 2.25 to 2.5 on your target Fed funds rate. Now, 25% has priced in a full basis point. So in essence, what we're saying here is if we see 75 basis points, expect the market to be sideways, if not rallying somewhat, because they'll be happy at 75 basis points. If we see a rug pull, in other words, we see a full basis point increase, a full percentage point increase, sorry, 100 basis points, expect the market to fall and fall quite significant, because from what it feels like right now, the market is almost bluffing Jerome Powell. It's saying to Jerome Powell, you're not going to do it, mate. You're not going to rug pull us. You're too scared. You're going to do another 75 basis points, okay? Now, if we get a surprise to the downside, which is what nobody's talking about, if we get like 50 basis points, that could be insane. Now, I'm not expecting that. Inflation continued to go up ever since the Fed has been increasing interest rates, so they need to keep their foot on the gas. The question is more about, are they going to do 75, or are they going to put their foot on the gas hard at a full 100 basis point? That is what we're looking towards. Now, very important, it's not just this that we're looking at, guys. We need to listen to the comments thereafter in the press conference. I will be streaming the entirety. So we'll cover off the rate decision when the PDF file comes out, and we'll quickly go through it. But then also, we'll go for exactly what Jerome Powell says and the questions he is asked. It's going to be around inflation. It's going to be around unemployment. And what does he think? Will unemployment start to get worse if he keeps pushing the pedal of interest rates? He's also going to get asked whether the recession can be avoided and what's going on, because he may have seen, well, he would have already seen the data, which is going to come out tomorrow around the GDP figure and whether we're officially in a recession. So loads more data which the market is going to try to gather from Jerome Powell. Now, important to note, if we get the 75 basis points, we'll be entering this range of 2.25 to 2.5. This is considered in the range of neutral. In other words, this will officially be the point that no longer is the Fed accommodating the market. It's now at a neutral rate. So it's not tightening just yet, but it's just at a neutral rate in this range. That's really, really important, because it means no longer is the economy actively getting support. Up to now, it was still a loose policy and very, very accommodative. Important to understand that. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going on in the markets. You can see the Dixie is trying to bounce here. Remember, this moves inversely to Bitcoin. And if you get a rally here on the Dixie, that could be bad news here for Bitcoin. Remember, when markets are fearful, you tend to see dollar index do well as other currencies panic. So particularly we're watching this somewhat today, but even more so tomorrow when the GDP figures come out to find out how are investors feeling and what is their sentiment. Are they rotating into the safety of the US dollar? And are they fearing a global, not just US, slowdown? Also, let's take a look at Bitcoin. And you can see Bitcoin is trying to hold fairly flat here today. Flat on the market today, 0.3% here. And just got that little bit of a bounce yesterday. If I just zoom in here on our hourly chart, you can see we got that bounce just there right at the price target of our technical target from our head and shoulders breakdown. We called this exactly, so congratulations if anybody traded this move here on this head and shoulders pattern. You can see it played out exactly as we expected here. Again, if you want these kind of alerts where I don't have time to make a video on it, it'll be in the Telegram, completely free. Just join that Telegram and you'll get those alerts. It can be quite annoying because I message you a lot. That's why I want it on Telegram, so you've actually opted in to receive all those updates every time I'm sharing a chart pattern, sharing this, sharing that. It's all in the Telegram. So the question now is, what's going to happen here? Are we going to bounce here from this level? You can see the supports come in from this pivot point here. And is it going to work back towards the top of the channel? Some good news, and we could see another test of this channel. Some bad news, and we could be heading to the bottom of this channel, which will not be fun, at 18,750. Now, I don't expect that just to happen right away, but it could be a journey back down towards the bottom of the channel, which then starts to get things a little bit nervy again. Let's zoom out a little bit and remind ourselves of exactly what has happened the previous meetings. And we've covered this off a few times on this channel already, but just to refresh you guys, the vertical white line are FOMC meetings, the vertical green lines are your CPI readings. Now, this is the first time we've had quite a big gap between our CPI reading and the FOMC, and we've seen what's happened. We had a brief fake out and then coming back down. Now the question is, are we going to bounce here and get a move to the upside, which could be a really powerful move to 30,000 over the next few weeks if things go positively? Or are we going to see what we've seen every other single time, a consolidation and a fall, a consolidation and a fall, a consolidation with a brief fake out this time, but still, will it carry on with the pattern and fall to a new low back in this channel? That is what we need to watch out for here on the downside. Now, also very important to know, when you go into these intraday, you do find out that on previous FOMC meeting, you've seen rallies followed by declines thereafter. So you've actually seen a rally on these days, getting the market excited that, hang on, oh look, things are going good, we're all green while Jerome Powell's talking, but then the week after that is just red, 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 red. Okay, so watch out for that. Do not fall for just what happens today. You can see intraday rallies when Jerome Powell speaks. Same happened here in this candle in this FOMC meeting. You can see how it wicked up all the way there to 23,000, and then it gave it up in subsequent days and weeks thereafter, falling back into the channel. So that's what we need to watch out for here on Bitcoin leading up to the FOMC meeting. Loads to keep an eye out on. Again, like I said, GDP figures tomorrow. You can see Bitcoin dominance is hovering pretty flat here. And again, we've seen that when markets are a little bit fearful, you can expect this to climb. So again, if we don't get the reading we're expecting, we get that full basis point. Don't be surprised if people just rotate a little bit away from their altcoins into a bit of safety of Bitcoin and see this dominance change as well. Okay, so loads to look out for today. No doubt I will be streaming this, guys. Make sure you've got your calendar set. Make sure you got your notifications on so you do not miss the live stream. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Smash the like button and subscribe. Go watch this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.